Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Dice Age. I'm your host, Justin Hayward. With me today are the three players of Ashleigh, Clara, and Ken. This is going to be episode 18 of the campaign in season 2 of Dice Age. As always, we're going to start the episode off with a quick recap. Remember to check us out every week as we continue to create content every Sunday for you guys. And again, just remember to like and follow all of our cool stuff. On that note, we'll go ahead and start with that quick recap.
Last time on Dice Age.
Yeah, I know. Everyone says that whenever they look at me, they're like, oh, you can actually voice act. I know, surprise.
No, I was happy you did a different one this time.
Yeah,
It's exciting. I never know which one.
That's the point.
Heck yeah.
See, keep us on our toes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm ready.
As the party members have drifted into the skiff, as well as into the plane of ice on First Pass Island, you guys had made your way into the Caribou Camp, where they're currently residing in Beeloo after meeting the various members of the organization, and were given their first mission together to go and discover the damages that have occurred on the outer edge of the first island. And that is where we're going to be starting tonight's episode of
Dice Age.
She is so mad right now.
Salem is not having it.
She exclusively wants to be down here. If she was down here, she'd be quiet. But she'd be playing with everyone's dice. She'd be knocking stuff over.
I had a great companion, a great familiar, but that's unfortunately for some viewers who may like Salem. I'm unfortunately allergic to cats. So, I mean, that said, Salem and I have met. I'd like to think we're good friends.
She's friends with everyone. As long as you have snacks, you're her friend.
Oh my god.
Good to know.
That's how our dog is, yeah.
All right, so after a long rest, you guys have waken up. Before you wake up, I need you all to roll a d20 for me.
Ooh,
Let's do it.
funny roll times.
So, do I need to do 2 or
You need to do 3.
okay?
I got a 4.
Okay.
I got a 15.
Okay.
Luna got a 3.
Okay.
Soul got a 5.
Okay.
I get a
Tara got a 15.
Okay. So, for those of you who are curious why you're rolling dice, that is how many hours you just slept.
Nice.
Woo! Good night.
So every time you roll here at camp, unless you have someone awake, it is hard to know when is day or night here within this plane, even shifting into the small amounts of time where there are daylight. Inside the igloo, there is no way, there's no windows, there's no anything to tell what time of day it is at night. So it is important to always have a way of telling that. Another thing is the only way to tell time here on the plane of water is to have a special compass or a special time dial compass that essentially you can receive from the camp.
Okay.
They only work when they are properly heated, which would be next to a fire. So in between traveling times, you have no idea what time of day it is if you're stuck out in the coldish elements.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so that's why, depending on how long people adventure for, in season 1, they found that they were often in a situation where they were constantly tired, getting -1s to all their rolls because they're taking sleep deprecation like type effects.
We forgot that was a thing.
Whoops.
It was a big oopsie.
And it affected a lot of your gameplay.
Yeah.
Once again, the environment is the game.
Mm-hmm.
So, waking up 3 hours later, which one of your characters woke up? You wake up 3 hours later.
Oof.
So you feel, do a Constitution save for me. If you get less than 10, you're going to feel exhausted. If you get more than a 10, you're going to feel rested.
What my thing is, bro. I just said it's 6.
You feel exhausted.
Dang it.
So, do you want to go back to sleep?
Yes.
Roll again. for your character.
For like Constitution or
You're gonna roll again to see how many hours you can
Oh.
sleep.
8? No. 3.
Okay.
Well, that'd be 6 hours total. That's fine.
Except for 1 hour later, we're going to have Hackjaw wake up. Hackjaw.
I'm never gonna get used to this.
Roll a Constitution roll for me to see.
Well, luckily I'm a hardy stock, so I'm sure I'll do well. All right. Total 22.
You feel well rested, but with over a natural 20, you know that you have not taken a long rest. In your mind, you can tell that your body is still needing sleep.
The mind is able to fight, the body is not. I'll take a wee little nap, and if it's more than a few hours, I'll be disappointed in myself.
So another D20 roll.
5 more hours.
All right, back to sleep you go. Then one of your companions will wake up, Luna.
Soul.
Soul wakes up. Chirp, 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 chirp. Soul is hungry and no longer being a baby and needing your assistance,
Oh, thank God.
climbs out of the Bilu and starts flapping its wings to fly away. I do need you to make a Constitution save for Soul to see how it's going to survive the elements.
She just has the same stuff I do, right? No, 20.
She is unaffected by the morning air. She finds herself a nice rabbit snack and comes
Yikes.
back.
Distant relatives, it's fine.
A little awkward for that one, but luckily I'm asleep for the next 10 hours.
She doesn't know.
This is very much the Yamcha just in the crater. You are on your stomach, just out. Just every time you look over.
Stern talking
I
to
feel
when I
bad, but
wake
it's like
up.
I have to say what this thing would eat.
No,
And to her
fine.
credit, she has no idea yet.
I don't know.
She need like a
Don't tell
yours
me.
not as good either because you got the chance. There's just not a good. Oh,
Welcome to a carnivore and a herbivore plantation.
Hey, you know, we just
Listen,
need
I
to find,
became the predator.
at this point, find enough seals, she'll be fine.
So, Soul eats that, and then I need you to roll another D20 roll for him.
for soul?
Yep, for Soul.
For just straight up roll? Oh, 19. This one's doing good.
She is sleeping.
Outside?
No, in back. She ate her food and she's back inside.
Oh,
She's gonna sleep
okay.
for 19 more hours.
Oh, no, she's not.
All right, and then your next companion will wake up.
I got like a 19 for. I got super high for him.
What'd you get?
It was like a 19.
Okay, well then it will switch to.
It was a 15. It was a 15.
So then.
We got the same then.
So then.
oh, okay.
So then your roll. So you rolled for another how many hours?
For soul?
For you.
3.
3. So then you would wake up, and then it'd be your character with the 5. So you wake up. Do another con save for me.
16.
You feel well rested, and you know that you've slept at least a long night's rest. A short, long night, but a long night's rest nonetheless.
Cool.
You want to do anything? You want to wake up your
I'll
allies?
wake soul and Clara up first.
Okay. As you do that, do they? Oh, actually, do an
Then
animal
I hide the rabbit remains.
Do an animal handling roll for me.
8.
Okay, so that'll be for Soul. Do a second one for
Oh, shit.
Tara.
Clara got a 14.
Okay. Both of them do not seem happy with you waking them up, and they start squawking and screaming. I need both of you guys to see if you hear this. We'll do insight.
Oh boy.
Right. That next.
13.
Give me my skills. Crit fail.
So you're still sleeping. You're dead sleep.
Good.
You wake up to the sound of squawking and screaming as they're running around inside the Bilu, chasing each other, playing tag, because they do not care what Mom has to say right now.
If I want to sleep in a damn zoo, I would have chosen it myself. Quiet, you incessant creatures.
I'm just gonna wait and see if that worked. If they stop now.
Do an intimidation roll for me.
13.
Okay. They look at you. Tara hisses at you, and then he continues to chase his sister.
Fine. And he's just gonna get the pillow and go, like, try to roll back over.
I just like find a piece of meat or something and like throw it outside to try and lure them.
Yeah, they
Ow.
they chase after the meat. Charlie actually wakes up and goes, sleep. and then they both fall asleep right before they reach outside as he casts sleep on them.
I didn't know you could do that.
I've gotten stronger.
That's good to know.
That was vaguely ominous, Charlie. I'm not gonna lie.
Good for you. Thank you, Charlie.
And he goes, I'm going back to bed now. And Charlie's going to sleep for another 13 hours.
He's growing. It makes sense.
The growing young boy.
Anyway, so as you are currently awake, you're currently getting ready to wake. You do hear the sounds of rattling outside, and then the sudden choo choo as the train is now ready. And you do see Lyra sort of comes down and she goes, "Still in bed, are we? It's time to go."
It's hard to tell here. How do you keep the time tracked if it's always... Is it even night out there?
Do a dex save for me.
All right.
Am I still asleep?
No, you're waking up now.
18.
As she chucks a device at you, she goes, "With that."
Oh, a compass?
It's a compass and it has a time on it.
It looks like it... Well, what time does it say?
It currently says 11 p.m.
11 p.m. Oi! Time to
What?
wake up. It's night. We gotta leave.
Did we get rations?
Well then, what doesn't make any
You
sense?
haven't grabbed rations yet.
Okay.
You'll have to head over to Mushroom to collect them.
I don't make the rules. I just get things thrown at me. So, they said the train's here. Otherwise, you miss it.
The train's going to be leaving in 1 hour exactly.
There you go.
Okay, I'm up.
The reason you guys are leaving now that you're aware of is because you're trying to avoid traveling during the middle of the day when most of the monsters are awake.
Can I like re-wake up Tara and Soul?
Well, I
and
would
follow
be
me to go
avoid
get
the
rations while they're getting ready?
What was that?
Can I go like take my 2 critters with me to go get rations while they're getting ready?
Yep. So as you head over to Mushroom's igloo, Mushroom goes, "Oh, hey there, man. How's it going? You trying to get yourself some daily foods and stuffs, yeah?"
Yeah.
"Oh, yeah, bro. All right." And he goes, "Did you want any extra little snacks or anything for your trips, for your little monster guys?"
Yes.
He goes, cool. He pulls out a banana smoothie.
They're carnivores.
Oh, then you got to go over to the dog pounds where the dog sleds are and get carnivore food.
Yeah.
Yep. So you go over to so again, these are different igloos. That is Mushroom. He's in charge of food rations for you guys. Willow, Lichen's wife, she is in control of the dog sledding teams. And then his daughter, their daughter is named Blueberry. So there's only 4 total caribou people. But they're all roughly 12 feet tall except for Blueberry, who's roughly 5.5 before antlers.
Impressive.
Yes. And the 12 feet does include their antlers.
Okay, good. At least we know it's not totally 12 feet of being. It's 12 feet with the accessories.
Yeah, so it's 8 feet tall and then antlers.
Well, thank goodness. At least still a domineering figure.
Yep. So as you head over to Willow, Willow goes, "Good evening. I heard you'd be arriving." And she sort of rubs her eyes. How may I help you? Do you need a team of dogs?
No, I need food for Tara and Soul.
Interesting.
We're taking the train.
Okay. Yeah. So she grabs some rations and stuff. So the majority of transportation up to this point has been done through dog sled teams. So rather than horse carriages, you guys would have dogs. It takes roughly 4 dogs to pull one of these sleds, and it can hold up to 4 people.
Okay.
And they hold up to so each dog can hold up to 200 pounds each. So as you're doing math to determine how much you'll need, that is where you'll have to make your
Okay.
decisions.
Are we going on the train or do we need sleds?
You're going on the train, but you can take the dogs with you. So if you need to travel ahead of the train. So remember, there might be a follow-on mission after you.
Yeah. Can I steal a sled and
But you can also come get it before when you report back. So it's either way.
report back?
You're going to report back what your findings are first, and then you're going to come back
Oh, so I don't need them right now.
No.
Oh, okay.
But it's just
Later.
yeah.
Later. Gotcha.
Yep. So, as you collect the necessary supplies and get onto the train, Lyra is again the only one riding on the train. like driving the train, and the other 2 dwarves are staying back. They are going to be getting the equipment ready. They have basically this giant rig. It's like a giant truck that they basically drive that's got like AC and heat inside of it, and then it's completely bulletproof.
Okay.
It's got like an anti-magical barrier, but none of them are fighters. So,
Well, that's important.
yep. So, getting inside of again, this is an anti-magic train, which is why they were able to drive straight through a magical portal. You guys take off. There are a few windows if you're looking to look outside.
Oh, absolutely.
So, as you guys are traveling from the caribou camp to the edge of the First Pass Island, some things you would notice. So, the first thing you would notice is that it is currently, while it is midnight, roughly midnight, the weather is starting to change, which is why they had to leave before the storm hit. You see the flurries starting to flow in as you're passing a bunch of these natural rising hot spots that would show up on your guys' map on the first island. On your right-hand side, you guys would see the Howling Mountains, which are notoriously known for it being filled with yetis. And then you'll be traveling up and around. So you'll be traveling around the evergreen forest, which is supposed to be filled with these tree folk. They have like shrubbery tree folk. They also have large, sleeping giant tree folk that are kind of just residing in there. Up until this point, they've been very passive, but you guys have not created any sort of struggles within that forest, which is, again, what you would have been informed as you guys were traveling. And so you guys eventually make your way to the outer edge, past the fish folk sort of area, the town where the Sahugans live, where there would be a giant layer of ice walls that they're starting to build with reinforced metal casings to basically create like a outer fortified area just on the edge of the first island. And that is where the train stops roughly 5 hours later.
Well, it gives me time to prepare once again so I can make sure my AC is boosted. So I'm going to commune with Perun and make sure I use my blessing. So they'll need 5 hours, only 1 hour of that.
Absolutely. And the reason it took you guys 5 hours versus like roughly the hour and a half that it normally takes you to take the trip, train's not at full speed. It works, but it's not great.
It's not there yet.
It's not 2 weeks on the ocean, so it's still better.
So how fast is it going?
Maybe 25 miles an hour.
A slow clip.
We're going through a school zone the whole time.
It lulls you right back to sleep, so if you need to continue your, many-hour nap, this is your chance to do it.
No, I'm all right.
I'll see that now.
So as you guys escape the train, and again, the reason the train was implemented for you guys outside game knowledge knows, so you guys can fast travel.
Yeah. Thanks.
You're welcome. Because I think fast travel is important for D&D, especially if you're traveling through the same terrain you've already traveled through 100 times. So as you guys are at the edge of the First Pass Island, again, you see this hard-like structure that's metal encased snow, basically, barriers. And you guys are met face-to-face with one of the notorious clans from the Alfarius family. It's going to be Macarius. He is a newcomer to the island, roughly about like an hour. He's only been here about a month. He is currently one of the like bottom of the totem pole of the mercenary group. Hello and welcome to the Outer Wall. How may I assist you guys?
Is this where all the clerics are now? Do you guys had some bad business, or are they just stationed here permanently?
I don't know about any clerics. I'm not a cleric, but I do know that there are a couple here, yeah.
Well, good. Back at home, there seem to be nobody, so glad I can be able to help. Thin Hackjaw.
I'm Lilliemore.
Would you already know me or no? Because of Alfaria?
Yeah, you would know. So you know that Gregorius is the tattooed guy who also was the healer from his tribe.
Okay.
Is also here.
Okay. I'll just reintroduce myself then. I'm Luna.
Ah, nice seeing you again. Last I saw you, you were rushing away.
Yeah, that was a rough night.
Indeed. So now that as you guys sort of see, the sun has already been starting to rise, as you only get like a 4-hour window of darkness. So roughly from midnight till 4 a.m. now is the entire window of darkness. For the rest of the day, it's completely light. As it's just starting to change into the seasons. You guys are met with the first captain of this regiment. They are, what is it? Sorry. Name. Gosh, I hate scrolling up and down. I'm going to just write their stuff down on a piece of paper. That's probably going to be the fastest way to do this. Where is it? Oh, Nefarious. Troy's cousin.
Oh.
Even better.
He is a very interesting guy. As you walk up, he goes, "Oh, hey, how's it going? I didn't see you there over my muscles. Anyways."
This guy. Okay. I'm just gonna walk by him.
Yeah, so anyways, I'm in charge of this place, no big deal. Pretty cool. Yeah, if you have any questions about me, you can always ask me.
Of course. What are you doing to make this place better?
See, so that actually doesn't fall onto me. That actually falls onto other people. But,
Oh, I see.
But yeah, if you have questions about me.
Of course. I'll ask again. What are you doing?
Oh, me? I'm protecting this place.
Okay.
From attacks, so,
And this is your person going out there fighting?
Oh, absolutely. I'm always the first one to fight.
Oh, amazing. I don't see any... how many scars do I have on this guy? Does he look like he fights?
So you do notice that he has a couple tattoos from all of his various battles, one of them being a bear tattoo.
Nice. So I assume these are a story, your tattoos.
Oh, yeah. Then you see a couple Sahugans that he's like, yeah, just a couple of guys, I fought while I was here. No big deal. I'm just ripped like that. So.
I'm just curious, because it looks like you haven't really taken much damage just taking these stories. Are you really doing all the fighting, or is this all just, showmanship to make you look better?
I'm just gonna stand behind
Do
him,
it.
try not to laugh.
Do an insight roll.
Okay.
And
26.
Wow.
you think that this dude is full of as he's not even seeming like he's actually in charge. For what you can gather, he's probably just another person here. As Thorky, a Goliath, comes down and he puts his hand on his shoulder and goes, Nefarious, you're such an interesting fellow. You think you're so great. We both know who's really in charge here. It's me, Thorky.
These are the people we're working with.
Is he actually in charge? I'm getting mixed messages.
100% these two, not really a fan, so
they're not in charge.
Thorky might be. Nefarious is full of poop.
Yes, that easy.
Wait, so who's the strongest?
Nefarious looks and goes, it's clearly me. And Thorky goes, we believe that he thinks it's him.
There's a way to settle this right now.
Indeed, but I do actually have missions for you, all of you.
So you are actually in charge. That is
So
good
we
to know.
can't arm wrestle.
Oh, we've done that. I've broken his arm last week.
No, mine.
Oh,
Does he have a tattoo for that?
he has a broken wrist for it.
Well, at least you got some damage then. Look at you learning.
As Thorky goes, yes, if you follow me, I will lead you guys to Gregorius. He is our lead healer here at the establishment. And he
Want to talk to him.
will be able to sit down and actually talk with you about what is going on here. Sylvia, who didn't travel with you guys here, is currently residing here at this location.
Okay.
So she'll be a part of your guys'...
Did Garfield come with us yet, or we have not found him yet?
Garfield is also here.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you
Big
guys
fan.
travel with Charlie, but the other two members were already here.
Okay.
So going into basically the guards room, that is where you're going to be seeing Garfield, and you're going to be seeing Sylvia as they're sitting there, and they're like, oh, well, fuck me. New recruits. Interesting. Hello, my name is Sylvia. Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Lilliemore.
Pleasure. And she puts her hand out. She goes,
Tight, strong handshake.
hers is limp like a fish.
Name.
She
He
goes,
was a coward for not arm wrestling me.
but she does seem. I need you to do a dex save. Let's see if you can beat her in a as she tries to slide her hand out from your strength.
Wow. That wasn't very great. Oh, hold on. Dex save. That's a total of a 7.
As she slithers her hand out without very much effort, and she just goes, well, you may be strong, but you're not quick.
Vibrating in rage.
Garfield goes, well, hello, my name is Garfield. I am, as you might imagine, a compatriot here at this area. I will be helping you in any excursions on the outward. If you have any questions about what happens outside of the fence, that is where I reside and where I shine.
Well, I have plenty of questions about that, but I can wait if there's another mission here first.
Absolutely. As you do see that Thorky sort of walks up, he goes, oh, Nefarious, you're such a funny scoundrel, as he slaps him on the back. And he goes, now, if you weren't such a tiny man, we would probably get along more. But regardless, I do like the bunny spunk, though. I will, in fact, arm wrestle her later. But
Finally.
But that will happen after we get down to the business. So, on the essentially how this region of this area, if you might not have imagined from the map, is rather large, and so they have different subsections of this essentially large border that they've built. You guys are currently in the bottom section, closest towards where the actual bridge that would connect you guys to the second island is. This is known as like the center ford. The attack that occurred happened on the northern side of the, so at the very top, so the like the furthest eastern section, at the far end of their boundaries is where they were attacked with this ballista-like weapon.
Okay.
So they imagine that because it's the shortest distance between it and the neighboring island, that someone had set up a weapon there and was able to shoot across. And they don't know who did it because it's very wooded. This is so if you guys flip your map over on the second island, you would notice that that area is known as the Summer Forest. So someone got through the Summer Forest and was able to make shots at you guys towards the Dwarvish settlement, the older region of the Dwarvish settlement from the first island. So that is where the attack occurred. We need a group to go and investigate what has occurred there. As you may imagine, even using the actual roadway is going to take several days to travel there by foot. So we have dog teams here to travel from this point to the northern point. Along your way, you'll meet various groups. These groups are generally just like general mercenaries. So most of the Fire Fist mercenaries are all going to be out here because they're the protectors of this region. So you'll see a lot of like tieflings and a lot of like orcs. They tend to be the two majorities that are working amongst this Fire Fist mercenary group. So what we need is we need a group to head off that way. I imagine that's why they sent you folk.
Yeah.
Well, a bit of column A, column B. Before we get our jimmies to the bunch out there, they're told us to report back on the damage here. They need to send over engineers and we're to report back or send an emissary. So,
interesting. Okay. We don't know yet. So we have taken in all of the refugees for personnel. So here they give you a list of all the personnel that were harmed or damaged during the battle or lost during that battle. But they do not know the statistics of what the damage would be for actual... and you notice there's like 15 people who have just died.
Real quick, that's flashing. I don't know.
Zoom.
Right, so what was your question? I'm sorry.
I was just making sure we're doing the right thing. We are given orders to see and assess the damage. Tell the folks back home they can come here repair this, and then foray beyond the wall if you need it. So that's at least we are told. If orders have changed, orders have changed.
Yes. So what we'd like you to do is essentially assess what is happening on the other end of the border. We will remain here. On the other side, you have your point of contact is going to be the twins, which are Raven and Hawk. They are going to be on the northern side. They're scouring out what they can see for damages, but ultimately you're going to need to look for some sort of mechanical damaging. So I don't know if any of you have any experience with working with structural systems of arcane interference.
I've experienced breaking them, so I know what
Slow
breaks
blinks.
look like.
And that's kind of, I guess, where our issue is. We're all good at punching things.
We actually may have a child that
My
can help with this.
people.
Charlie, you can do this, right? You're familiar.
Yeah. I think that Lyra on the ship is probably, on the train's probably our best choice.
Oh, Charlie, you've got it. You're a smart chap. I think we can get it all handled here. We could talk to Lyra about it, but I feel you need more confidence in yourself, little man.
He starts shaking uncontrollably, and he basically starts peeing himself.
Lesson number 1, don't do that. You deal with that.
Why'd you have to put me in the spot like that?
I'm trying to teach you. You can be a brave soldier out there. You can do great things. You're under my wing now, remember?
You just scared the piss out of me, literally.
Well, now you have no piss left to get scared out of you. Lesson 1, when the piss is out, you start fighting.
He prestidigitates himself clean. He's just like,
You got this, little guy.
But we
And
all
claps him on the
know,
shoulder.
we all know the sins that have been committed. You can't prestidigitation away the sins.
Not this time.
so he, the smell no longer lingers, but that sense of smell does.
But the memory does. So even if Druid is like maybe overstepped there a little bit. Anyways, we'll talk to Lyra back on the train. That makes sense.
As you guys head back to the train, Lyra is sitting there and she goes, yeah, I can give you some sort of instructions, but I'm afraid I am sort of landlocked to this device. So she pulls out basically like a cell phone type of device, like a magical like detector. So she's like, it's a two-way mirror. And so how it'll work is that you can see her, she can see everything that you guys see through the mirror. So take the mirror and point it at whatever you need for her to see, and she'll be able to give her feedback based off what the item is.
Great. So we have the zoom mirror. Good to know we have this on hand. So I do want to hold the zoom mirror.
Okay.
Don't break it.
What's a zoom?
Oh, it's when you zoom in on something real quick. So, and that's why I think this is it zooms people in. That's at least what I was told.
Put that in my
Possibly.
inventory.
Love that.
Definitely put the shatterable object with the one who's going to be throwing herself into combat.
You know, that's why I think it's always safest, because it's the place you'd least expect something that dangerous. Well,
wonderful.
precious. So, unless you'd rather hold it, you may be. I'm going to keep things in my head. Unless you feel a little more responsible, then you can hold the mirror.
I mean, I normally attack from a distance. Well, no, because I turn in. No.
I just hold on to it, then you'll be fine. I have mend if we need
Me?
to fix it. That's the wow, good sizing. Look at that, we have a prop.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Full of props.
as you guys begin to head off, Garfield and Sylvia offer to join you guys to venture into this area. Sylvia says, I have a tendency to be able to sneak into areas that need to be sneaked into, and Garfield knows the area really well, so he'll be able to guide you guys on your way. But with that in mind, there would be 6 members of your party, so you would need at least 8 dogs.
Very well, I assume they have enough to support us.
Yeah, so there's basically a dog pound here.
Oh, perfect.
I'm gonna just ride on Tara though, right?
You can, yeah.
Okay, I'm just
So there is a guy named Pooch. He's a part of the Red Fist. He's a mercenary group, and he has a bunch of mastiffs. So rather than the snow puppies that you guys would see that are usually traveling through here, he has a bunch of mastiffs that he's sort of just keeping at the base of this ridge. And he goes, "Oi, welcome in to Pooch's Lounge. These are my pups." And he goes, "That there, that's Leopold.
What should we know about that one?
He's a good dog. But
What about that one? Points at one next to it.
the husky, he's like, that one's good if you're going outside.
And this one.
Also good for outside."
Are there any bad dogs?
He points at the one in the corner. That's
there's
Larry.
bad dogs. What made him bad?
Larry's a chihuahua.
Oh, I see. You know what? Were you able? So, what was the last time he went out?
Out what?
There. Points past the wall. Little Larry. That was his name, right?
Yesterday. As you look at this chihuahua, his eyes have seen it.
Very well.
He's great for stealth-based operations. So he doesn't do well in the cold, but if you were to put him in winter clothing, he can stealth out and then he can chirp back. Like,
So I'm sorry, I can have just a little man who can get in places, get information in and out. This dog can just do this. He's just a little sneaky man.
Aye. Very small.
small.
You know what? I like the cut of his jib. Let's take it with us. I'll just carry him around, get him a little outfit. You have a little coat for him.
He pulls.
You have a little purse chihuahua.
I put him just rested the arbor at the top, so his head's right here. Well, I made a new friend.
Larry looks like he's got PTSD.
Good. Hey, Larry, honestly, whatever you've seen out there can't be any worse now that we're here with you. We are going to take care of this, but if you pee on me, I'll throw you. I pat him on the head.
Larry barks and he goes,
Larry would like to go with a little small guy named Charlie.
Charlie, here you go. You guys have a lot in common. You're small and nervous.
Charlie picks him up and goes, now when we pee, they won't know which one it was.
Better for me, but honestly, we're still going to work on that. Don't worry. We're going to work on your confidence, John. I can't help Larry. I don't know how old that dog is.
He's like a 2-year-old.
He still has time to learn.
He's
He
a
can do it.
baby.
So, so basically, like, Pooch is just sitting there and he's like, well, if you need anything else from the pound while you're up here at the main gate,
Feel free to reach out to me or whatever.
Thanks.
Anyways, if you're looking for rations, up here we don't have a mushroom. We just have,
and he points over there, he goes, that's just chef. And then you just see he's just like a normal human dude. He's just like,
welcome to my kitchen. guys-
Thank you.
You want some foods?
What's on the menu?
slop.
Anything to flavor the slop.
Meat.
Good for me. Slop and meat sound good to you? Or do you want to give it a different... I assume if there's not meat, we have a vegetarian option.
Slop without the meat chunks in it.
Well, there you go. What are you thinking?
I'll try it.
Oh, if it's all we got here, I'm sure it's high in protein. It's got to be good, right?
As
You
you
had this?
taste it, as you eat it, you realize that it tastes like the worst thing you've ever eaten. Chef clearly wasn't a chef before he was given this position.
This is why Patches was so good, because he cooked too.
So I'm sorry.
Him.
Were you a stonemason before this? Because what you're mixing here is like mortar.
I wasn't a stonemason, but I was a weaponsmith.
And I'm sorry, any blade oils make it in here? That's dangerous.
There's a little bit of ash in there.
Oh, good. Well, at least it's good for the men and women here. Great. Well, if it's all we got, it's all we got. What are the meat chunks? I don't want to know. Never mind.
don't wanna know.
He just eats it.
I want to know. I don't want to know.
Better if we don't.
It's mostly fish.
Oh, that's actually...
I can have
I
that.
feel a lot better,
I have
actually.
that.
Thank you. You do debone these things first, right?
I don't know how to do that.
As he throws one. Even better.
What is that?
I'm already missing this fellow you mentioned, Patches.
He's.
R.I.P. Patches.
Oh, he's gone.
Oh yeah, he
Oh.
Whoops.
got eated by
Can't patch that up.
Sarah's cousins
Oh, dang. Whoopsie.
Awkward.
because never mind.
Yeah. So,
That was the whole thing.
Oops.
anyways, so what would you guys like to do now that you guys have gotten your slop? You've gotten your dogs. The dogs' food actually looked better than your guys'.
I'm sure it probably is. They do the hard work. I prepared my spells. Like, I actually have my list ready and everything. So in terms of getting ready to go out, Thune is ready to go.
I want armor shoot a big guy.
Oh, yeah, you do need to do that.
Thorky goes, oh, yes. Alrighty.
So, you get to play Justin's favorite game called The Roll-Off.
Good.
So the roll-off essentially is we're going to be rolling at d20s. Mm-hmm. You're going to be adding your modifier to your roll. For each roll individually, you'll be able to add your modifier. At the end of the 5 rolls, plus your modifiers, we're going to show each other. I will show you what my roll is, and then after you tell me yours, and meet or beat it.
Okay.
That's the game.
Alrighty. So I don't tell you what I roll until the end.
So you will tell me, yeah, so at the end, you'll tell me what your
Yep. So I'll document everything. Is it strength?
It is a athletics base.
Athletics. Even better.
Break him.
So I will let you know up front that Thorky has a +5 to his athletics.
Okay, that's good to know.
So,
That's good to know.
ready for the roll-off?
I'm so ready.
All right. And
Become the strongest here.
first roll. Okay. Second roll.
Okay.
Third roll. Fourth roll. And the last roll.
Oh, consistent. I'll give it that much. Okay, math time.
That's impressive.
All right. I have my total number for when you are ready.
Wow, that's a really satisfying number. Okay, do I go first? You go first.
You tell me what your roll is first.
100.
Okay. For your 100, you had to beat.
Hey, got him.
So,
I got, in total with my pluses, 18, 20, 20, 24, 18.
okay. So,
Can confirm.
so now we're going to go into the role-playing aspect of this game. So, Thorky puts down his massive arm. Which
I
is
put down my much smaller arm.
his arm is literally like this big, right?
Yeah.
It's the size of your body.
And he's just like wraps his whole hand around your little hand and he goes, "Are you ready?"
Always.
And he goes, "Begin." And all of a sudden you hear as you snap his wrist in half.
I'm the best.
I tap on the shoulder and cast Healing Word. Good job there, buddy. Oh, I should probably reset that first. Hold on.
Oh, that. I like the cut of your jib.
Thanks.
You know what? He points at Nefarious. He sucks. I like you now. You're officially a friend.
Yay, I'm a friend.
Anytime you want to drink with Thorky, I have the best drink in the land. Get you fucked up real good.
Good.
Is this grog base or is it like that slop?
He pulls out like a giant, like barrel of ale. Poof.
Oh, it's actually good. How'd you sneak that in?
I brought it with me.
Oh, that makes sense. So when you run out then, do you just go over there or do you have a guy? Because if there's a guy who's bringing this, I'd like to talk to him.
Let's see where our friendship goes before I tell you about my guy.
If it helps. I have really good friends with this one.
Yeah, he'd take me in.
Well, then at least I have to offer you all one of my dwarvish ales as he pours you all each a mug.
Yeah.
Takes it.
Thanks.
Are each of you going to drink one?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Cheers to that.
Constitution save. You need to beat a 12 or
Okay.
you will be drunk.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Oh, I just rolled a base 13. I'm good.
14.
Oh, I think I got a 12.
We have one of us that's sloshed.
Is it meat beats or you gotta get above a 12?
Meets beats.
Ooh, okay, then as long as you have a plus
Was it
1.
Constitution. Oh, yes, 1. 12.
All right.
Yeah, barely.
As all of you guys can feel the sudden intake of the alcohol hit your system like a train. And he goes,
Oh, yeah. That stuff, it's good, isn't it? It's
That's good
I'm
stuff.
going to ask real quick, just because I want to do this for myself. This isn't, I assume, regulated by any board or official entity.
You're asking too many questions.
These are big words, Hackjaw.
"You take another sip?"
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you got to make another Constitution save, beating a 12.
Okay.
For every sip you take, you have to make one.
Oh, that was
9. I got a 9.
Okay, so
one sip?
Yeah.
that was one sip.
Oh, yeah. Dwarven Damn hits hard. I haven't done this in so long. You know, I'm starting to remember something, and it's the tingling in my toes.
As you take your second sip, you suddenly feel like it is not hitting right. As you are completely drunk, you will have -1 to all of your ability checks for the next 6 hours.
I don't know about that. I feel stronger than ever, I think.
Does anyone else want to take another sip?
It's really good. You should keep drinking it. It gets better with time.
Can I take it with me? Can I put it in a little
Cap on it,
flask?
Just take it with you. Put it in your bag.
Yeah.
Just pour it.
If you take a flask and you try to pour it in, but you get one sip inside of your flask.
Okay,
Because this mug that he filled up was massive.
that's fine. I got enough. I got a bunny-sized amount. I got a bunny proportion.
Now hold on. As a man who's enjoying this deeply and is drunk, he's got to go for a third sip. So I'll do one more for the road. As he
Okay,
hits it.
so in this, you will be rolling with disadvantage.
Awesome.
And if you get a natural 1, you are poisoned.
And I'm taking the -1 as well because of the first one.
Correct.
Okay. So with disadvantage, okay, perfect. So disadvantage is the 6 instead of 16. So instead I get an 8.
Okay, so roughly the same amount of drunkenness as before. So you are still at the -1 category. So
I think that's enough for now, but this, you got some good shit. Let
carry
me tell
him.
you. Thank you for sharing.
6 hours, by the way.
I have no concept of time. Actually, I do. Hold on.
Inside the
compass?
heat, you can tell that it's currently 2 a.m.
Okay, that's fine. It'll be other AMs when I'm fine.
So
That's the way.
Garfield, so
The
Garfield,
other AMs one I'm fine.
Garfield the Red goes, well, now that you're promptly spliced, as it were, shall we bugger off? Or
Yeah.
Oh, sure, yeah, I'm fine.
are you sure?
I've drank before and gone on missions. Why do you think I'm such a good cleric? It steadies my hands.
We don't have another choice.
Garfield goes on to explain what type of terrain you'll be facing moving forward. He just basically says, hey, so there's the evergreen forest. It's going to be off to our right. And it's mostly straight shot up towards the northern beach on the inside of the pathway. But that's really what you're looking at. And does anyone have any proficiencies with driving land vehicles?
I don't think so. That sounds.
I shouldn't be
That sounds like a smart thing. I don't do those.
It'd be based off your guys' backgrounds that you would have received that.
I don't think so.
I don't have any of that. The best I could do is honestly insight if somebody else is able to educate me on it. But I don't know if that'll make the cut.
So, you do see that Garfield looks at you guys and goes, very well, I'll drive.
I have pan flute proficiency though. Don't worry.
Get a little theme song going as we're
As Garfield starts sort of mushing the dogs, pushing forward, you'll be driving next to them on your blue-skinned salamander puppy.
And then Soul's just gonna fly.
Yeah, and Soul will be flying above you. Have Soul do a perception roll for me.
Is it my perception?
No, it is Soul's
What is Soul's perception? Is it just plus nothing?
It'll be. We have to go through that. Just
I've
use
been
yours.
using mine.
Yeah, just use yours. That's
Okay.
fine. Let's keep it consistent.
20.
Yeah. So looking around, Soul does seem to see something in the distance. And as Soul flies down, she picks up a small, sort of like it looks like a squirrel. She's basically carrying it off with her as a midnight snack.
Is that the something she saw? That was she's just getting a snack?
She was hungry.
Aw. Relatable content.
And as you guys get onto the vehicle, I need all of you guys to do a Constitution save again.
Very good. -1. 9.
Nat 20.
So,
Oh no. Hold on. I think at most that's like 8. Hold on.
Well, not so different, you and I.
Con?
yep.
Yeah, that's a whole 8.
Okay, so for both of you who got less than 10, you'll be taking a minus 1 point of damage here.
All right.
Also, fun fact for you guys: if you ever get below 5 hit points, I need you to do an intelligence-based save for me, and let me know what you roll. If you get less than a 5, you automatically fail, and if you're less than 5 hit points and you failed the save, you are automatically downed.
Okay.
So I assume because I do my half-orc proficiencies in that, I have 1 catch. Because if I hit 0, I automatically hit 1.
Correct.
So I have 1 catch and then it hits?
Correct.
Perfect. Okay, just want to make sure.
You still have to make the save.
Sure, yeah.
But you will not be down.
Okay, not yet. Sweet.
Ouch, ouch, my bones.
Yep. So, as you guys feel very cold in this experience, this is the coldest you've ever felt in your entire lives, even with your warm clothing. Traveling upwards towards this sort of area, that is where we're going to stop tonight's episode of Dice Age.